I literally sent him, I don't know, a whole essay, like an 800-word text explaining exactly why I felt hurt. And I watched the little typing bubbles pop up and disappear for like 20 minutes. And you know what he finally said? Okay. Just okay. I feel like I can't breathe.
Yeah.
And your brain is probably screaming, see, I'm not worth it. He doesn't care, right? Exactly. I'm just so tired of, well, I feel like I'm the only one trying.
I hear you.
I'm Lynn, and welcome to Love and Our Littles. Every week, someone comes and sits across from me with a real problem, the kind that keeps you up at night. We break it down, keep it simple, and figure a way forward. And Sara, what you just described, it's textbook. You are caught in the classic anxious-avoidant trap.
Trap?
Yeah, it's a trap because, well, let me ask you this. When you guys fight, is your first instinct to fix it right now? Like nobody is sleeping until we talk this out? Yes, literally. Because if we don't fix it, I feel like he's going to abandon me. Right. And his first instinct is to do what? He just shuts down. He says, you're suffocating me, and just walks away. Exactly. It's like you are desperately banging on the front door, and he's just deadbolting the locks and pulling down the blinds. To you, closeness is safety. To him, closeness, especially when things are tense, feels like a threat. It feels like he's being swallowed alive. Okay, wow, that is exactly it. But why does it always feel like such a roller coaster? Like, when it's good, it's so good. But when it's bad, it's just toxic.
The roller coaster is actually why you can't leave. And it's not love keeping you there, it's dopamine.
Wait, what? Dopamine? Like an addiction?
Literally an addiction. In behavioral psychology, we call it intermittent reinforcement. Think of your avoidant partner as a broken slot machine.
Okay, a broken slot machine?
Yeah, most of the time you put your coin in, you send the essay, you try to talk, and you get nothing, just a blank screen. It's miserable. But right when you are at your absolute breaking point, ready to walk away, the machine suddenly drops a few coins. He sends a sweet text, or he hugs you out of nowhere. And I think, oh my God, he does care. We're okay. Exactly. And that tiny, unpredictable breadcrumb of affection, it floods your brain with dopamine. It's a massive rush. The fact that you're practically starving is what makes that little breadcrumb feel like a 5-course meal. That's horrifying. Because I literally told my friend last week, I just want him to look at me the way he did on Saturday. I'm living for the crumbs. You are, and he's getting something out of it too. When he throws you a crumb and you calm down, he thinks, great, she stopped crying. The machine works. You're both feeding this unhealthy loop. But why are we like this? Like, why did I pick someone who acts like a broken slot machine? Because the script for this relationship was written a long time ago, like before you were 3 years old. Oh my God, we're going there. We're going there. Bowlby's attachment theory. Look, for an anxiously attached person, the love you got as a kid was probably random. Sometimes mom or dad was super present, and other times they just pushed you away. So you learned a really painful rule. I'm just fundamentally unlovable. If I don't please them, if I don't cling tightly, I will be abandoned. Yeah, that hits home. And for him? For an avoidant, their childhood probably involved emotional distance. Maybe when they cried, nobody came. So they learned hoping leads to disappointment. Intimacy leads to pain. I'm safer if I just turn off my needs. So we're just two wounded kids triggering each other? Totally, and it gets worse because of something called confirmation bias. Our brains love to prove ourselves right, even if it hurts. When he ghosts you, your brain says, see, I told you we were going to be abandoned. And when I freak out and send the 800-word text, his brain goes, see, I told you relationships are suffocating. You are basically toxic for each other, but in this twisted way, you're also each other's safety blanket because the world is acting exactly how you predicted. Okay, I hate how accurate this is. How do I stop? Do I just break up with him?
Well, breaking up without changing your internal pattern just means you'll find a new slot machine next year. We have to break the gear first. Step 1, hitting the cognitive brakes. The next time he doesn't text back and your brain says he doesn't love me, I need you to pause. And do what? Reframe it. Say out loud, my brain is currently sending me a false signal that I'm being abandoned. You have to separate the actual fact, which is just he hasn't texted, from the worst case scenario playing in your head.
Okay, I can try that. But what about the urge to text him?
This is the hardest part. You have to pull the plug on the slot machine. But when you do that, you are going to hit what psychologists call an extinction burst.
That sounds terrifying. What is an extinction burst?
It's the withdrawal. When a lab rat is used to pressing a button for food and you cut the power, it doesn't just walk away. It frantically mashes the button harder than ever. When you try to stop seeking his validation, you're going to feel physically crazy. You'll want to call him 50 times.
I've been there. You literally feel like you're going to die if you don't get a response.
You won't die. You have to ride out the burst. You cannot get your dopamine from him anymore. Go to the gym, work on a side hustle, paint something. When the avoidant partner realizes that their silence isn't making you chase them anymore, the dynamic shifts.
Okay, so I stopped chasing, but what if we do actually need to talk about something? Do I just pretend everything is fine?
No, you definitely don't pretend. You just change the script. You drop the whole runner-chaser dynamic. Next time there's a conflict, instead of sending the essay, you try a safe word of sorts. You send one calm text.
Like what? Give me the exact words.
You say, I notice you probably need some space right now, and I respect that. I'm gonna go hit the gym. Let me know when you're rested and ready to talk.
Wow, that takes away all his pressure, but it also shows I'm not sitting by the phone waiting.
Exactly. And if he's an avoidant listening to this, your new script is, I'm feeling really overwhelmed. It's not you. Give me 2 hours to decompress, and I promise I will come find you to talk. Just turn the lights on in the theater. Stop playing the roles you learned when you were 3.
It feels like trying to walk on a broken leg.
It does. It's physical therapy for your heart. It's going to ache, and you might stumble back into old habits sometimes. But Sara, you have to pat yourself on the back today, because seeing the pattern, really seeing it, is the very first step to breaking it. I think I'm finally seeing it. I think you are too. And for everyone listening who feels like they are stuck in that exact same loop,
please don't beat yourself up. You know, you're not crazy, you're not too needy, and you're definitely not broken. You're just trying to love someone using a survival map that was drawn when you were a kid. It's time to draw a new map. Yeah, time to throw out the broken slot machine. Exactly. Unplug the machine. Look, if this conversation hit home for you today, or if you know someone who is just exhausting themselves right now trying to fix a relationship like this, share this video with them. Sometimes just knowing there's a name for what you're going through is half the battle. And seriously, leave a comment down below. I need to know I'm not the only one out here sending 800-word text messages. I promise you, Sara, you are definitely not the only one. Make sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss our next sit-down. I'm Lynn, and from all of us at Lovin' Our Littles, take care of your hearts this week. We'll see you next time.